Today I am back in SpongeBob Tower Defense. And in this video I am going to answer the question how a superstar version of the OG secret unit Cyborg Plankton holds up in the new era. Can he hang or will he still be obsolete? Let's go! While I'm recording this, we are currently waiting for the brand new update. And this update is going to give us new boss battles and a brand new prismatic treasure chest. And I am prepared. I'm going to show you my inventory. As you can see, I have over 175,000 mythic treasure chests. And I will be going after that new prismatic unit, which will be in a prismatic treasure chest. So you can expect a video on that as well later on. And I haven't even claimed all of my prestige tokens yet. I still have 175,000 prestige tokens, which I can use to buy even more treasure chests. And if needed, I will do so. We need that new prismatic unit. But at the moment, everybody is still busy with superstarring all of their units. And I think everybody is running into the same problem. We are running out of coins and we are running out of food to upgrade our superstar units. And that goes for me as well. In this video, we are going to take a look at a superstar version of the OG secret unit Cyborg Plankton. And I think most of you will know Cyborg Plankton was the first secret unit in SpongeBob Tower Defense. The OG, the original. And in the beginning of SpongeBob Tower Defense, everybody craved Cyborg Plankton. But at the end of the old era, Cyborg Plankton had become obsolete. So I was wondering, how does he fare as a superstar unit in the new era? And I think that everybody who grinds the game a bit should be able to get a superstar version of Cyborg Plankton. Only thing you really need to do is attend a couple of admin abuses. And when the luck boost gets turned on, you go to the gem summon and start spamming it. This is going to give you a lot of Cyborg Planktons and you will be able to superstar him in no time. Which I have done and I will show you. So this is my superstar Cyborg Plankton number 89. He has a rainbow mint number. And as you can see, he is signed by me. And in this video, we are going to check out how well he does in boss battles and how well he does in endless mode. The only thing I was unsuccessful at, I could not level him up to level 250. I have no more food left. My alt has no more food left. I gave this Cyborg Plankton everything I had. Almost 10 million pizzas. And he's still not level 250. But he's close. Level 274. This will just have to do. So first off, let's try him out in a boss battle. And first off, we're going to see if he's even able to beat Bubble Bass Tier 1. Right, here we are in the Colosseum. Start battle, let's go. It is going rather slow, but I think he should be able to beat Bubble Bass on his own. I mean, there's a Krusty Krab there, but the Krusty Krab doesn't do any damage. We're almost done, and it took Cyborg Plankton 1 minute and 40 seconds to beat Bubble Bass Tier 1. So I'm wondering how far Cyborg Plankton can go in boss battles. Because he did beat Bubble Bass Tier 1, but it wasn't that fast. So I'm thinking he will be unable to beat Lionfish, but let's check it out. Right, there we go. Here's the Lionfish. Let's see, Lionfish has over 1 billion HP, which is insane. So we are over half a minute in and we can safely say Cyborg Plankton is not going to beat the Lionfish. So let's go back to the lobby and see what boss he can beat. So I'm wondering, will Cyborg Plankton be able to beat himself? I think he's going to have a hard time, but we're going to check it out nonetheless. There we go. There you have it. Cyborg Plankton versus Cyborg Plankton in the Colosseum. The fight everyone has been waiting for. And I feel like Cyborg Plankton is going to win nonetheless. But which one? We are almost 1 minute in and we can safely say that my Cyborg Plankton superstar is not going to beat the Cyborg Plankton boss in the Colosseum. So I'm going to go back to the lobby and see what boss he can beat. I've decided I'm going to try out the Sea Rhino. Again, I'm thinking he is going to have a hard time, but let's try it. So there we have the Sea Rhino Tier 1 versus Superstar Cyborg Plankton and a Krusty Krab, which doesn't do any damage at all. So I would say he is making a little dent in the Sea Rhino, but I don't think it's enough. And this Sea Rhino almost has 300 million HP. And my Cyborg Plankton does over 300,000 damage per second. Or at least he has a SPA of 1 second. We should also take into account the animation time, so it's over 1 second, his attack speed. I think he will be close, but he's not going to beat the Sea Rhino. 2 minutes 30 have gone by, so we are over halfway there in time, but we are not over halfway there in beating the Sea Rhino. So we are not going to beat the Sea Rhino. But I'm wondering how much HP of the Sea Rhino is left at the end. So I'm just going to let the time run out. And for the record, I have Sidekick and Sea Bear on my Cyborg Plankton. And he has a Power Patty. And it's a shiny Wombo Cyborg Plankton. So the only thing I'm lacking, he is not level 250. So there we go. 56 million HP left on the Sea Rhino. So I'm going to go back to the lobby and see what boss we can beat. So we got kind of close with the Sea Rhino. So I'm wondering, will he be able to beat the Flying Dutchman? I think it will be close, but we're going to try it. So here is another epic battle. The Superstar Cyborg Plankton versus the Flying Dutchman Tier 1 in the Colosseum. This Flying Dutchman has 240 million HP. If I am remembering correctly, the Sea Rhino had almost 300 million HP and we had 56 million HP left at the end. So this is going to be really close. This is going to go down to the wire, the last second. We are nearing the halfway point, both in time and in HP. So the time reached the halfway point earlier than the HP. So I think he's just gonna come up short. But he's getting really close in beating the Flying Dutchman. So I'm saying, let's go, Cyborg Plankton. Come on, you can do this. You are the superior unit to the Flying Dutchman. You are a secret unit. The Flying Dutchman only is a legendary unit. This is Jam Summon versus Conch Summon. This is getting really close. So we've got less than 60 million HP left and we've got over a minute to go. Meaning that if Cyborg Plankton is successful, he does about 60 million damage per minute. Which nowadays we have prismatics that do that amount of damage almost per second. Which is insane. 20 seconds left and 18 million HP to go. So he needs to do 1 million HP per second. So based on what I just said, he could be able to do this. Less than 6 seconds, he's gonna come up short just a little bit. I thought he was going to make it, but he just didn't make it. We are defeated. But I think he did really well. So Cyborg Plankton is unable to beat the Flying Dutchman, but he will be able to beat Lord Poltergeist, Doodlebob, Man Ray, Dirty Bubble, Flats the Flounder and the Bubble Bass. And now for a final test of strength, let's see how well the Superstar Cyborg Plankton does in Endless. As always, we are going to Constraint Endless A. And I'm just going to slap down some Krusty Krabs to get the money going. And we're going to stand here with Le Spatula as my starter unit. I can now place my first Cyborg Plankton over here. So my Superstar Cyborg Plankton does over 400,000 damage with an SPA of 0.3 and he has the whole of Constraint in his range. So it's not too bad as a unit. There are units which are way better, but let's also remember this is a very old unit. He has been in the game for almost a year. The first secret unit ever to make it to the game. So I'm going to max him out and maxed out a Superstar Cyborg Plankton with Sea Bear Sidekick does 558,000 damage. And I think if you put Secret Formula on it instead of Sidekick, this will go to somewhere around 600,000 damage. Maybe even more. But I think for Endless, Sea Bear Sidekick is the better option. And Cyborg Plankton is a piercing unit, so we are going to place him on the line over here. And I'm just going to place all my Cyborg Planktons in one single line. So we've got 6 Cyborg Planktons going nuts on the anchovy coming out of the cave. And I can see that the Cyborg Plankton in the back is not reaching the cave. So I'm wondering whether we should place him somewhere else. I think I'm going to place him over here. So all my Superstar Cyborg Planktons are now maxed out. And now it's just a waiting game. So I'm going to wait and see how far the Superstar Cyborg Plankton is going to get in Endless in the new era. I think most of the old secret units were unable to reach wave 400 on their own, but they were able to pass wave 300. But I'm not sure if that was also the case for Cyborg Plankton. But I feel if he reaches wave 300, he has done well. We are nearing the end. The last Dirty Bubble got to about here. However, my Superstar Cyborg Plankton has surpassed my expectations. I did not think he would be able to get past wave 400, but he did, and he's doing great. I'm absolutely amazed by how well he's doing. But I see a lot of big slow anchovy, so this is going to be tough. Dirty Bubble has no damage, so this one is going to reach the Krusty Krab. This is the first one. We still have 65 HP left. So I'm thinking we are going to be just a bit short of wave 500. But again, I am amazed at how well he's doing. There is a fast one. They are unable to pick up this fast one. Oh, they picked it up. This is a bit of a problem because Cyborg Plankton is an old unit. He isn't as fast as the new units. So he is going to miss the faster mobs. And there were two big slow anchovy which both reached the Krusty Krab. And we're defeated. We reached wave 476. I am surprised at how far we got. Very well done, Superstar Cyborg Plankton. Awesome unit. So there you have it. I am truly surprised at how well my Superstar Cyborg Plankton did in Endless. This takes me back to the question I asked in the beginning of the video. Does a Superstar Cyborg Plankton have a purpose in the new era? 100% yes. And he has way more purpose than Cyborg Plankton used to have in the old era. If you are not that stacked in SpongeBob Tower Defense, or maybe you are starting out, this is a superstar unit which you can get. And this is a superstar unit which is going to help you in all game modes. So again, I'm really surprised at how well Cyborg Plankton did. And I love it. This is an OG unit and he deserves some love. It was awesome. So let me know in the comments what you think about the Superstar Cyborg Plankton. And if you liked the video, leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.